So, HTML is written in tags. The code is written in tags. I mean TAG. Sorry, TAG. That is what I mean, the tag. Now, a tag is not anything special. It's just like a group of text that will be enclosed in a less than and greater than signs. So we have an opening tag and a closing tag. So basically, I'll show you and I'll explain those things as we start. So every document or every HTML document has this kind of structure. And in order for you to get started learning HTML or writing HTML code, you need to know that. And basically, these structures are written this way. So you first start off with a less than sign, an exclamation mark, then you write doctype, then you also write HTML, then you bring your greater than sign. This is called a tag. Basically, that was what I was calling a tag if you didn't understand it. Now I'm going to save my file. So I'm going to do Command S. So I'm going to save it as maybe website.html. Now, what is this .html that I've added? It is called an extension. Now, every file in a computer has its extension. We have .html for HTML files, .txt for text documents. There are a lot of them, okay? But as you go through or as you climb your ladder in computer programming, you get familiar with those things. You don't need to memorize them. Every file has its extension, and in order for you to use use that kind of file or work with it in any code, you need to know the extension. Alright, so I'm going to save my file as website.html. You can name it anything, but you need to end the file with .html. Alright, so I'm going to save it to my desktop. So basically, as we were talking about this tag, so basically, what's the meaning of this doctype HTML? Well, it is, let me say, it tells the browser that this document type that you are viewing is an HTML. So doctype. So the type of document that you are viewing is an HTML document. Basically, that is what this line of code means. Alright. So after this doctype declaration, we have another tag that is called HTML tag. Now, this is the main tag. This is going to house every other tag that we are going to write in our, let me say, our code. It's going to house everything. Okay, so inside this head tag, now I did mention that we have opening and closing tags. So in order to close this HTML tag, you need to bring your less than sign, your /, and then HTML. Then you can bring your greater than sign. This means that this tells the browser that, okay, we are opening a tag named HTML and we are closing it here. So any other thing that is inside here, inside this whole space, is going to be under that HTML tag. Basically, that's what it means. Okay, so you don't need to memorize it, but you need to get used to it. Okay, alright, so after this HTML tag, we also have another tag that we call the head tag. So you bring your less than sign, your head, your greater than sign, and then you press enter. So because I'm using Sublime Text, I'm going to close my head tag too. You see that immediately I press the /, it closes the tag for me. So don't worry yourself with it. So now inside this head tag, we're going to put other tags inside, and there are a lot of tags that could go into the head tag. You know, your links to your CSS, your links to other files or other things, the meta tags, and we also have the title of the web page. So we are going to write that one for now. So title, and then we'll close our title too. Now inside this title, I'm going to write some text. Now the text inside the title, I'm just going to write my website. Sorry. So my website. Alright. So we are done with that. Now after the head tag, we have the body tag. So just like the human beings, we have a head, we have let me say titles as our names, and then we also have bodies. So basically you could use this to, in case you find it difficult remembering, just remember that we have an HTML tag, and inside the HTML tag we have a head, and then the head tag has a title. So we also have a body tag. So we write our less than sign, our body, and then we'll come down and then write our body. Okay, so yeah, let me close this. Basically, this is the structure of every HTML document. Now, if you see any website or any web page, it has this feature. This is common in every HTML file. So if you open any website, expect this kind of structure. So I'm going to save this code, and then I'm going to open it in my browser. So here is my web page. So it is website.html. That was a file I created. So I'm going to open it in my browser. So let's see. I'm going to open that. So you see that I've opened my file inside Mozilla and the web page is empty. It's total empty. Even if I refresh, it's empty. But you can see that on the tab here we have something like my website. That was the title I was talking about. So you see that the title doesn't appear inside the web page. It's actually like a description to the title or to the page. A title of the page that you are visiting. So if you go to let me say something like google.com, so you see that on the tag here we have Google. That is the title of that web page. Every web page should have a title. Okay, all right. So as I was explaining, if you right click here and you go to inspect element, okay, I want to go to view page source. Now this is a huge website actually, but you should be expecting these things that I was talking about. You see that we have the doctype, we have the HTML tag, and we have a bunch of other things. So I was just trying to show you something. Okay, so let's get back to our code. We want to let something appear on the web page, our first program. So basically you can just write anything inside the body. So now I need to mention that everything that you want to appear in your web page, okay, everything, like whether it's a picture, a video, whatever it is, it should go inside the video the body tag. The body tag houses everything that is going to appear in the web page. Remember that. And then the head tag actually houses like the descriptions and other things, those kind of fancy stuffs that are related to the web page. Okay, so if I type something like hello world and I save it, and then I open it and I refresh my page here, you see that we have hello world. Okay, but look at something. If I write it outside here, If I write something like that outside there and I refresh the page, it also come though, but it is by convention that you should write everything inside here. Okay, you don't just go anywhere and start writing things. Okay, all right. So basically, this is the structure of every web page. The structure of every website that you see online. Every website that you see online has this kind of features. The doc type. So just remember that when you are writing your HTML code, you define your document type, you bring your HTML tag, you have the head tag, and inside the head tag we have the title. Okay, and that is the title that's going to appear on the tab of the web page. Then inside the body tag, that is where we write everything that we want to appear in our web page. Yeah, so I don't want to make this video so long, so I'm going to stop here and then we'll continue in the next lecture.